Beneath the sand lies a secret tomb that Egyptologists have feared to open. What is it hiding? What if I told you there was a lost tomb hidden beneath the most famous tombs in the world? A place where kings were laid to rest, but whose entrance was then sealed with such power that not even the sands of time could uncover it. Welcome back, everyone. It's me. Today, we are going to crack this case wide open. If you love all things ancient Egypt, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because new episodes premiere every week. The Valley of the Kings was discovered by accident in 1785 by a team led by Swiss explorer Giovanni Battista Belzoni. But Egyptologists now know that it actually held the tombs of at least 63 Egyptian rulers from the 18th through the 21st dynasties. Most famously, it holds the tomb of the boy king Tutankhamun. His resting place was discovered by Howard Carter in 1922. There's also Ramses III, who was found buried in the nearby Valley of the Queens. These tombs are incredibly important to understanding ancient Egyptian culture, religion, and daily life because they contain so many artifacts, treasures, and, well, secrets. But recently, Egyptologists have been focusing their attention on one particular tomb, and that is KV5 or KV62, depending on who you talk to. This tomb is significant because it was originally thought to belong to the great King Ramses II, one of Egypt's most infamous rulers who lived between 1279 and 1213 BC. However, after further inspection, researchers realized that it belonged to one of his sons, Amenhotep. His mummy was first identified in 1998, and then it was moved to the Royal Mummies Museum in 2021. Researchers estimate that he died around 1260 BCE at only 30 years old. And he must have been quite beloved by his father, since Ramses had two other sons named Amenhotep before him. He may have been a prince regent during his father's later years, but he doesn't seem to have played much of a role in Egyptian history. So why was he buried in such a lavish tomb? Egyptologists think it's buried prematurely, and his father was so overcome with grief that he spared no expense in burying him. However, there's something strange about this tomb. Its layout is almost identical to the layout of King Tut's tomb, which was built roughly 500 years earlier. Researchers believe that this is because King Tutankhamun's tomb was originally intended for Ramses II, but plans changed, and it became the final resting place of a young, unknown queen instead. But if this is true, then why would the architects have reused the same layout for Ramses' son almost 500 years later? The answer may lie hidden beneath the sands of the Valley of the Kings. There's a little-known theory among Egyptologists that there is an undiscovered tomb beneath either KV5 or KV62, belonging to someone very important. Now, you may be thinking that this could possibly be true, because we have mapped out the Valley of the Kings so thoroughly by now, right? Well, not exactly. In fact, we may have only discovered about 40% of the tombs that are actually there. Researchers have long suspected that there are more tombs in the Valley of the Kings that we do not know about yet. But no one has been able to find them. That is until now. In 2021, researchers made a surprising discovery when they were excavating a new site in the valley called KV63. They found evidence of another tomb underneath the one they were working in, but it wasn't empty. To their surprise, they found mummies hidden inside, along with countless artifacts. They believe that this tomb belonged to a high priestess named Tutu, who served under Ramses III. She was a member of the royal family and likely very wealthy. This was exciting because it proved that there are still major discoveries to be made in the Valley of the Kings. But it also raised some questions. Why did she need to hide her mummies? Why were they found in this tomb? Who really belonged in this tomb? But this is where things get weird. You see, the team had actually scanned this tomb with radar before, and they had seen evidence of another chamber beneath the floor. But when they excavated it, they found nothing. So what happened? Well, it turns out that the readings they had taken weren't completely accurate. The chamber was definitely there, but it was filled with rubble, perhaps deliberately. It seemed as though someone had sealed off the tomb and tried to hide it from prying eyes. But who would do such a thing, and why? Now, Egyptologists are working hard to unlock the secrets of this mysterious underground chamber. But they're being hampered by several obstacles. For one thing, it's very dangerous. Who knows what kind of traps or curses might be hiding in the darkness? Then there's the fact that it's just so dark and dusty down there that it's difficult to see anything. Plus, there's no air down there, so the workers can only stay in the tomb for a few minutes at a time before they have to take a break. Still, they've managed to find some clues that have helped them piece together what might have happened here. Researchers believe that this tomb belonged to a high priest, and his name may have been Horemheb. He may have been the high priest of Ammon, which would have made him one of the most important religious figures in all of Egypt. Researchers believe that he was involved in a plot to overthrow Ramses II, but he was eventually caught and killed. His body was thrown into a pit and covered with rubble, but somehow his soul never found peace. Perhaps he was cursed. Egyptologists have found several ancient writings that mention a curse placed on those who disturb the pharaoh's tomb. It is said that anyone who enters the burial chamber will be met with terrible misfortune. Some say the curse will follow them home, while others claim that it will cause them to die within a year and a day. One of the most famous examples of this comes from the tomb of Tutankhamun, where it was written that anyone who disturbed the pharaoh's eternal rest would be cursed with blindness and madness. Of course, we all know how that one turned out. When Howard Carter opened the tomb in 1922, he and his team were met with a series of bizarre misfortunes, including the death of Carter's dog, which was bitten by a venomous snake as they were entering the tomb. There were also strange occurrences throughout Carter's life, such as vivid dreams of an old Egyptian man warning him to stay away from the tomb. Some believe these were the spirits of the pharaohs, trying to protect their eternal rest. But what does any of this have to do with the secret tomb beneath the tombs? Well, researchers believe that there is a similar curse placed on whoever disturbs the tomb of Horemheb. But there is more evidence than just ancient curses. In 2016, researchers used radar to scan the inside of the tomb. They were hoping to find hidden chambers or passages, but they didn't expect to find anything like what they saw. The radar revealed a series of strange markings on the walls of the tomb, which could have been carved by Horemheb himself. Some of the symbols represent gods and goddesses, while others depict scenes from Egyptian mythology. There are even some hieroglyphics that tell the story of Horemheb's life, from his humble beginnings to his rise to power and eventual fall from grace. But there are also some disturbing symbols that seem to depict Horemheb being tortured and murdered. Could these hieroglyphics be a clue to what happened to him? Did he really meet a gruesome end at the hands of Ramses II? Or are these carvings simply a warning to anyone who dares to disturb his tomb? Whatever the truth may be, Egyptologists are eager to uncover the secrets of this mysterious tomb. With the help of modern technology, they hope to finally learn what happened to Horemheb and put his restless spirit to rest once and for all. Now it's your turn. Do you think this tomb belonged to the high priest Horemheb? Let us know in the comments below. We'll use AI to bring you a glimpse inside his tomb. And remember to like and subscribe if you love ancient Egypt as much as we do. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious. Thanks for watching.